Welcome back. I'm so glad you made it this far. We are on the third step of your daily activities and how copy can help in each part of your daily activities. Right now, we are talking about how good copy will help you to sell to your audience. Now, obviously, you're in business to make a profit, right? There is nothing wrong with that. If something yucky came up for you when I said the word sell, um, deal with that because it is actually a very honorable profession. And if you believe in what you're promoting, then there's no reason that you shouldn't get some money from being able to give that person value. All money is just an exchange of value. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. All right. So now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the sales process and how copy is imperative in this step. Okay. Now, first of all, you're going to need to know what your sales mechanism is. So this is called your exposure agent, your exposure mechanism. So if you're in a network marketing company and they already have something produced for you, such as a 3-minute video, a Zoom call, a 3-minute phone call that you dial in and you listen, whatever it is, that's your exposure agent, your exposure mechanism. Okay. That has to have good copy or the people will not take the action. Okay. So if you're producing your own sales mechanism, like doing a webinar or something like that, an email, anything, then it needs to have certain key ingredients before people will actually take the step to buy. I'm not going to go into all of those, obviously, in this little short introductory video, but I just want to cover a few of them with you. So let's take a look. First of all, anytime that you're doing copy, especially when you're trying to sell something, you want to speak from their perspective and you want to speak to them in a way that's going to appeal to what they want. Each and every one of us has an inherent desire where we focus on ourselves, okay? You focus on yourself, I focus on myself, you focus on your needs, desires, and wants, and I do the same thing. It's the human condition, okay? So you need to work with that instead of working against it. Talk to them about what's in it for them every step of the way. Anytime you can do that in your copy, that is an excellent best practice to do, okay? Because they will feel like you understand them, and obviously it will be pointing out to them why they should do what you're asking. All right, so the second thing is appealing to both emotion and logic. People buy on emotion and then they what's the word? They justify with logic. Okay. So think about the last purchase you made, significant, not $10 at Walmart or something like that, but maybe an impulse purchase or maybe a course you bought. You did it because you had a feeling that you wanted to have, whether it was hope, whether it was love, even love. There are all these human emotions that can be touched on in copy that will stir up a positive emotion for someone. And when they're in that positive state, they're more likely to buy. Okay, now on top of that, you also have to appeal to logic because there are some people who are going to buy strictly based on logic. Well, maybe not strictly, but it will have more of a sway on them than emotion will. So you really need to sorry, I'm tripping over my words. You really need to appeal to both of those in order to have successful sales copy, okay, which is what we're talking about right now. Now, the last thing that's written up here is a clear call to action. So you're going to need to tell them very explicitly what you want them to do, and you're going to need to repeat that, not just one time, okay? Don't just have one buy now button or one, click here or whatever. Give that to them multiple times and give them things in between that are going to appeal to logic and appeal to emotion. There's a ton more. Obviously, there are stacks of books written on this subject. There's plenty of seminars on this. It's a tremendous subject, and I hope you have learned at least a little bit from these free videos that I've done to try to introduce you to copy and to me as well. My next step for you is I have a 5-minute webinar on this page. I would like you to go through that, and then it will give you some more tips and where you can go from here, because I've just given you the tiniest little, like your toe is not even in the water yet with what I've given you. Okay. That's how vast this subject is. So go watch the 5-minute webinar and then get back in touch with me if you have any questions, any concerns, anything I can help you with. I'll be glad to do that. Remember, I do free coaching Fridays, so you'll need to get that to me ahead of time and let me look over it, and then I'll go over it on Friday. Okay. All right. So go watch the 5-minute webinar and we'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.